All right, Sagittarius, so this week from Lay Vampire, you pulled compassion, empathy, simpatico, and kindness. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled renewal. Now, immediately with compassion, it's talking about somebody coming through that is being very kind to you, and it may be somebody unexpected for you. It is being caught in strong arms. But, this has the potential here for you to change your mind about this person. You may not have thought that they were a caring being, but their act is pure. So if you have somebody coming through that has compassion for you and what you're going through, they're doing it because they want to, not because they're looking for something out of it, basically. And then when you look at renewal is talking about how for a lot of you, it may feel like there's this ending happening, but really it's not. It's a new beginning. It's asking you to be positive in the face of change, because things are going to be changing for you. And it is also reminding you that whatever is coming to you now through this new beginning is going to be a lot better than what you've known before. So for a lot of you, this may be a situation where you're seeing things like ending, but there may be somebody coming through that's making the transition here easier for you. All right, Sag, here we go. Here's the energy coming through. Ugh. Speaking of endings, there it is. Ugh. My problem with the Ten of Swords has always been that, from my perspective and what I have seen through my experience in life, is that when people go through really difficult endings, whether it's you being betrayed, stabbed in the back, however you want to look at this ending, it's bad, period. The problem is when you're looking at this one, for me, it's like, it's showing up because somebody is continuing to hang on to it. You can't change what happened. You can't do the coulda, woulda, shoulda because it's over with, right? The Ten of Swords is one of those cards where it's like a reminder that you are being released from painful things. But unfortunately, a lot of times we want to stay with those painful things and we don't want to go through that kind of ending, but eventually it has to happen, But again, it's the end of the cycle. But having that front and center is like, ugh, why? And again, with renewal, right? Going through a difficult ending, but it's opening up to a better beginning. Yeah. In the past, the Fool. So here's the thing. When you're looking at the Fool and you're looking at taking that risk and taking that leap of faith and jumping off that cliff, this could have been the reason why you ended up in this situation in the Ten of Swords. It's like, because I'm looking at it like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this. And then you fall flat on your face, basically. Now, for some of you, it's coming through because there is something that you may be considering doing, because the Fool very much is talking about, the new path. It is the brand new soul. The reason why I think it's called the Fool is because for us, if we could look up and see that from our perspective, we would be like, why is this soul going into this body? Like, you have no idea what you're in for. But that's the thing with the Fool. It doesn't matter. This is the leap of faith, trusting in the experience, but that experience may have landed you in a bad spot. Oh, shit. What's up, Sag? Wow. The Lovers. In present conditions and looking at the Ten of Swords is not good. It's not good. And this, with the Lovers, it's one of those cards where when you look at it, you automatically think of, the romantic relationship. But, for a lot of you, this could be a situation that, is over with, and it could be, the new beginning here with renewal and the Lovers. But, looking at it automatically, it's one of those things where it's just like, nope, it's over with. It's done with, right? But then the Lovers is also about needing to make those major life decisions. All right. Oh, that's good to see in future conditions because, you're going to know the truth, right? And I'm hearing it and I don't want to say it. Oh, shit. If somebody is doing some shit behind your back, you're going to find out about it, basically, with the Ace of Swords coming through. And looking at the Lovers, you know. Oh, Sag, this one's difficult. Your best path to follow. Okay, so here's the thing. There may be a situation that is over with. You know, and it doesn't necessarily, because of this being here, it's like, there's two different ways to look at this. Either, you know, this is about you needing to be more clear and more truthful about the way that you're feeling. Or this could be a situation here where there may have been something painful within a relationship that needs to be healed now. Right? And maybe for a lot of you, it's taking that leap of faith into, you know, fixing what was wrong within a relationship. Because the Page of Cups for me, especially in this position, really does talk about, you know, bonding. It is the new emotional experience. You know, yes, it also has to do with creativity, but when you're looking at it in terms of the Lovers, and then seeing the Ten of Swords, you know, this to me is a relationship that has, you know, been there for a while. I'm not seeing this as like a totally brand new relationship, not with the Ten of Swords being the signifier. If it would have been anything else and I would have seen the Fool, it would have been like, oh, okay, right, brand new relationship. But no, you know, when you're looking at that as the past coming through and you're looking at your present moment, totally different energy. And for a lot of you, this could be talking about already knowing about some painful things and, you know, needing to take that leap of faith to try to start healing the relationship. But when I'm looking at the Page of Cups and I see the Ace of Swords, it's like being clear on your emotions. Oh, in your environment. Okay, so now looking at it this way, and then looking at the connection with the two, you know, for some of you, this just may be difficult situations within a relationship in regards to, you know, finances when you're looking at the Five of Pentacles. But the other thing too is there's also the feeling of rejection. You know, so it could go both ways here. It may be a situation where, you know, you've dealt with some, you know, tough things, really tough times that are now coming to an end, right? Within a relationship that may have to do with finances. You know, in the present moment here, the Lovers are looking at financial strain. But then the other thing too, though, is, you know, this could be a situation here where there is, you know, a feeling of rejection. It's almost like you take that leap of faith, you fall flat on your face, and then you're feeling blah about it here with the Five of Pentacles. But, you know, again, you have the Ace of Swords, which is, you know, the mental clarity out of that 10, right? But I do think that with the Page of Cups, there needs to be more truth in the way that you're feeling, you know, because otherwise it wouldn't be there in that position. And again, next to the Ace of Swords, right? Speaking truthfully about your feelings. Oh, your hopes and your fears, the Emperor. All right, Sag, so looking at the Emperor there, it could definitely be talking about a person, you know, being the card of Aries, and looking at the Emperor and thinking of the Emperor as a person. It could be somebody who is like very like set and determined. They're not, you know, wishy-washy. They're very set in their ways. And then, you know, this could also represent somebody who is older to you, right? The father figure. But when you're looking at it as an energy, this is you hoping to get your shit together in a major way, right? I've always said with the Emperor, it is order and structure and control out of chaos, and getting all that shit under control and getting your life back together, especially in regards to love situations. And then on the other hand, with it being in that position, it could be the person that you're dealing with. Oh, and then the outcome, and that's good to see. I like these two aces. Even though the Ten of Swords is, the central thing going on here when you're looking at your future conditions, and the Ace of Pentacles, you come out of it nicely with definitely some new beginnings, but it's going to be out of extreme difficulty, right? You're in a position right now where you're just like flat. You're like flat on the ground, flat on your face after taking a leap of faith into something and just, feeling like blah. But what you do with it in future conditions here and in your outcome is totally different. You're going to be able to pick yourself back up. Now, looking at the Emperor too, and then looking at compassion, again, for me, it's one of those cards where it's like, compassion, really? I don't see that from the Emperor. And again, somebody unexpected. But I do think that for a lot of you, it's just getting your shit together, getting this shit under control, especially when it comes to love situations. Now, again, when you're looking at the situation where for some of you, it just may be like some financial difficulties within a relationship, I think you get clarity here. And then the Ace of Pentacles is good. It's so good to see, especially with the 5 being in your environment. Security, financial security, stability, new growth. I like it because, there is a very stable feeling between it and the Emperor. All right, Sag, we're going to take a look at the soul trees to see what other messages there are for you guys. But I do have to say with this one, with the Lovers showing up, I kind of get the feeling here that for some of you, it does have to do with a relationship. And just call it. All right. Oh, shit, Sag. All right, so possibilities. The possibilities are endless. But right now, a lot of you, your heart chakra is stuck. It is stuck. You are stuck. And again, going back to that feeling with the Ten of Swords, you have to let that shit go if you're looking to move forward. And you need to get that heart chakra spinning. Even if you've been through a really painful experience in love, there is no reason why you cannot be open to the possibility of new emotional experiences, right? You only close yourself off from that because you're continuing to hang on to the pain. Oh, that one's rough. And when it comes to the 4th chakra and it being stuck or blocked, it is blocked by grief, right? And again, for a lot of you, it's because of hanging on to that ending. All right, Sag, we're going to take a look at the romance angels to see what is going on with you guys in terms of love. But man, this one was difficult. This one is difficult. I like that the new beginnings are there. But it's one of those situations where I can clarify and clarify and clarify, but I'm not really going to know what you're going to do with this until I get into next week's readings here, where we start to see, what you've done with these opportunities coming through. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And, that may be the reason why some of you are single. You may have taken a leap of faith and, maybe there wasn't enough attraction on the other person's side, which is why the 5 of Pentacles is showing up. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Here's the thing with deception. I see this on both sides because when you look at the card, both of these people are wearing the mask. So this could be a situation where you're not really revealing who you are. The other person may feel like because of that, they need to hide parts of themselves, and if you're happy in a relationship, this is one of those things where, you're just kind of hiding a part of yourself right now that maybe you're not like opening up to your partner about. It's not, to me, it's one of those things where, yeah, it could be that somebody is being deceptive. But a lot of times when I see this card, when it shows up for couples, it's not a situation where somebody is intentionally trying to deceive you. It's just that there are things that they're not, fully showing because they don't feel comfortable doing it. And that could be either side, you know. Sag, this is frustrating because I have to tell you that it seems like here lately, I've seen, you know, quite a few different readings where Sagittarius is dealing with some really shitty energy. And it's like, what the fuck? You know, and for me, it's frustrating because my husband is Sagittarius, right? But none of it, it's funny because then none of it resonates either. But then at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? So Saggy, this one's a little bit difficult. I do like the new beginnings that you have showing up out of this extremely painful ending. And always, always the Ace of Swords is good to see out of the Ten of Swords, right? We talk about it being the ending of pain. And you go into the new beginning, which is the Ace of Swords. So to see that there is good, especially in future conditions. And connecting that with the Ace of Pentacles is even better. But what you do with this, you know, remains to be seen. Just because the opportunities are there, you know, it's really up to you to make the most of them, right? But it is hopeful out of this situation. But I do think that for a lot of you, it could be that you took a leap of faith into a love situation, fell flat on your face, and may have been rejected. And now it's time to be truthful with yourself about the way you're feeling about this and start getting control. But again, looking at compassion and renewal for a lot of you, you know, there may be somebody coming through that you wouldn't expect that may be trying to help lift you back up.